like Gurudev said, it takes lives and lives and lives to reach to the stage of following Surupsita Bhakti all times. That's the nature of pure devotees. So for them, even if they're bathing or they're dressing or whatever they're doing, it all comes back to action. Once upon a time, I was with Srila Gurudev in Haridwar on the night of Ganga. Gurudev came out from bathroom and he asked this question to me: are you doing bhajan or you're doing archan? I said, Gurudev, I'm not doing any of this. He said, no, this is not the answer. Tell me, are you doing bhajan or you doing archan? I said, I don't know. Please elaborate on this. Then he said, even if you think you're doing bhajan, that's your archan. And if I'm doing archan, that's my bhajan. And I was like blank face, not understanding what he's saying. So he said, archan means when you collect ingredients and serve the Lord. That's called archan. And bhajan means engaging all times in service, shravanam, kirtanam of the Lord. That's bhajan. So he's saying in your stage, the sadhika, even if you're doing bhajan, you think you're doing bhajan, but this is your archan because it's not yet Surupsita Bhakti. It's more about Samsita Bhakti. Like devotee wants to sleep 8 hours, 10 hours to make feel fresh to attend to our Harikatha. Want to eat 3 times, 4 times to feel comfortable to attend Harikatha. So all these are Samsita for just 2 hours. Whereas if Gurudev is collecting ingredients to do archan, that collection of ingredients by Gurudev for pure devotees is actually their bhajan. Because, okay, another example. He said, Srila Gurudev said, there are 2 ways. One is collect ingredients and offer to Krishna. Other way is offer yourself completely. Then whatever you're touching is already offered. For example, when we want to eat something, we offer. Putting tulsi, we offer. But we are not offering every breath we take in. We're not offering every article, every ingredient. Because we ourselves have not been offered yet. I mean, I didn't offer myself completely to Krishna. Because I'm still not doing Surupsita Bhakti. But the pure devotees, they have completely Manasa Deha Gate. Their thinking process, their words, their actions, everything is offered to Lord. I mean, they have completely offered themselves to Krishna. And that's why whatever is in their belonging, surrounding them, is already offered. There's a difference. That's why many times you might have seen anybody offering Gurudev a sweet box, and you open and start distributing. There's the offering. There's the offering. You didn't need any offering, no mantras. So Gurudev, one devotee raised this question to Gurudev. That you didn't offer, you didn't put tulsi. How we consider this is offering? This is prasad. And then he saw a shower. That's nice. And then Gurudev gave the example, because I have offered my whole life to Krishna, my senses, my mind, my soul, everything I dedicated to Him. And that's why anything we touch with the prasadam becomes prasadam. offered and that prasadam is touched to the bhoga, it cannot go again as offering. But that's considered prashad which is touched. So Gurudev is prashad because he offered everything his own self to Krishna. So anything touched by him also becomes prashad. They're enjoying very well. Huh? Yes. So if we touching the prasadam plate, we have to rinse our hands. Do any other thing. So that's like a standard. Strict standard. Because that other thing will also going to become prasadam. So Gurudev is prasadam. It's prasadam of Krishna. So anything we touch by him will also become prasadam. So he don't need to do offering. But still to show us, he was doing offering. Whenever we bring plate to Gurudev prasadam, so breakfast, lunch, dinner, he used to chant mantras on the plate. Then the cook, the servant of Gurudev, Dunja Prabhu, he used to say, I already offered this in the kitchen, but putting tulsi, he said, I already offered this. And Gurudev, in a very grave mood, he said, I know, but I have to offer to someone else. So, he's not revealing, he's not telling openly, but he has someone in his meditation, he said, I'm offering to someone. So it can be maybe Radha Rani or his Gurudev, nobody knows, we can't guess. So this is the process of Swarup Siddha Bhakti. So we can judge ourselves how many hours in a day we are doing Shravanam Kirtanam Swaram, or not much. And that's why a stick ball to be taken, I'm going to chant 64 rounds, 8 hours, some reading, Harikatha. Then this is called very high class Swarup Siddha Bhakti Sadhana.
Sadhana.
Still
Yes.
is sadhana.
Yes.
It's not siddhi yet. When the siddhi comes, it is totally different.
But still, it can be considered Swarup Siddha Bhakti. Even though we have anarthas, still we can perform
Yes,
some.
performing Swarup Siddha, sadhana for Swarup Siddha Bhakti. Just like we are not doing Vedic Bhakti, but we are also not doing Raganuga Bhakti. So what is our situation right now? So there's a term called Rag Pravit Vedic Bhakti. Means performing rules and regulations with the goal and target to attain Raganuga Bhakti. So because our aim is that, and that's why whatever sadhana we are doing, aiming that is also inclusive in that area of Raganuga Bhakti. Actually, it is not like that. In Vedic Bhakti, following rules regulations with fear. She gets scared. When Maharaj coming, I'm going to start chanting. She's chanting out of fear.
Yes.
But the day when she will start chanting out of love, it's not that when Siddhartha Maharaj says, then I'm going to chant, or he's coming, then I'm going to start chanting. But actually, I really want to chant. That is with love. So in Vedic Bhakti, everything is out of fear. In Raganuga Bhakti, everything out of love. Understand, Shah?
Understand.
You're not listening.
Putting grass inside rock. So Maharaj, yesterday Gurudev was making this point that first you surrender yourself and then you do Navavidha Bhakti, and then it's considered true Swarup Siddha Bhakti. So if we're performing these 9 limbs of devotion, but we've not surrendered ourselves, then what is this considered?
It is for those who have not taken shelter. Surrendering is what? For those who have not taken shelter yet.
Okay.
But we have taken shelter from our Gurudev. And that's why our performance of Navida Bhakti is on the right track. We can't say it's a perfect, but we are in the process. So in the process process is also something very fortunate about. Like a child in grade 7 is also student, in 10 is also student, university is also student, and master is also student. So they are all student, but they are different levels. So we are also different levels of sadhakas.
If there is no shelter and still they're doing some Shravan and Kirtan, then what is...
Not much benefits.
We cannot...
Sukritis. Not cultivating bhakti, but they get some sukritis, some good pious deeds. Not pious deeds, but bhakti and sukritis.
But we can never say this is Swarup Siddha Bhakti. No. Even though Shravan and Kirtan is there, but no shelter,
Yeah,
therefore
no
no,
shelter.
there's no connection.
Iti pumsam arpita Vishnu bhakti shamsha. Prahlad Maharaj clearly said.
Yes.
First offer to Krishna and then performance of Navadvita.
Nice.
So offer to Krishna means what? Offer to one of the representatives. Under guidance of Shri Guru, performing Navadvita Bhakti is falling short. Otherwise, we just get some spiritual merits. That's all. Big waves? Okay, let's go.
Wow.
Now, under his shelter and his guidance, we're taking a decision, and under his instruction, how we have to respond.
It's a very good discussion. Very good for devotees to hear, yes.
Actually, it's good we are going in detail into Rai Ram Samvad because I myself learning a lot by reading and speaking.
Like you said last night, Maharaj, that if you don't understand what is bhakti, then you can do anything and everyone is thinking, I am doing bhakti. So
Taking
easy.
care of my building, my garden, this bhakti. It's a different levels. Arup Siddha, Sang Siddha, Sarup Siddha. Different stages. And that depends on sadhakas to sadhakas. And most important, which I am speaking from 3-4 days, almost 5 days now, is intent. I'm doing out of fear, I'm doing out of duty, I'm doing out of love, or I'm doing out of my promise to Gurudev, all that things. So everyone has their different roles. That's what I said yesterday. That's what I told yesterday. It's written in that book. Sometimes Bhagavan, he pretend to a devotee that I'm very happy. To make the devotee happy. But it's not fully happy, it's partial happiness. You know, this is like caring of a child. I'm very happy with you. Not fully. Just to make the devotee happy. So the words of encouragement or the actions of encouragement. Similarly, Gurudev also, oh yes, very good. Your house is temple. Because he understands we are on that